Brene Brown was recently on a podcast speaking about the emotion of joy and how it's actually the most vulnerable emotion. I'm paraphrasing this from the podcast, but basically from my understanding, she was stating that so many of us will sort of swallow our joy or push it down and not allow ourselves to experience it. A, because we feel so vulnerable, but B, we don't want to feel the joy being taken away. We don't want the other shoe to drop. I was then thinking about joy in relation to queerness. Now, the realization of the queer experience, I would say, is for most people often not a joyous moment in one's personal journey, but the realization of the queer experience, once we kind of settle into our own skin, I would say is rooted in a lot of joy. Everything's a spectrum, right? And I'm not here saying every single person on earth is queer, but there's a spectrum of what we allow ourselves to access. And I believe there are a lot of people that don't allow themselves to access that joy and that vulnerability. And so therefore, they don't like to see other people accessing that joy and vulnerability, because to them, it's like something deeply rooted inside themselves where they're like, I can't have that. I can't be happy like that. I can't act in that way. I can't be vulnerable. So you shouldn't be able to either. You shouldn't be able to have this. You shouldn't be able to have this. And when you accept one end of the spectrum, you have to accept the other end of the emotional spectrum. I believe if we as a society allowed ourselves to be more vulnerable and experience more joy, we would A, have a much deeper society, and B, we'd have a much less hate-filled society.